What's going on, guys? What's going on? Got Robbie?
Station.
Dude, I literally froze mid and intro.
Oh, no.
You didn't see me disconnect for a second?
I can't see nothing during the intro, just the intro.
Yeah, froze. I was like, dude, it's gonna just go black after the intro. And you're gonna be like, where the fuck did Dylan go?
The fog got him.
Yeah, bro. Got a little guest tonight. My main man Brooks in the house. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys?
Good to see you, bro. As always.
Internet working today.
Yep.
You've seen The Fog before, right, though, Brooks?
Yeah, I watched it last year. Robbie gave it to me when he got the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So I watched it last year and I rewatched it. So this is my second watching of it, pretty much.
Oh, snap. Yeah, man, I grew up with this sucker, bro. I don't know, Robbie, did you watch this growing up?
Yeah. Of course.
The original Fog, bro. I love it, bro. Always have. It's just something a little different. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hyped for that. Another John Carpenter horror movie to review, bro. You know he's my favorite. And now you just finally completed the little Blu-ray John Carpenter collection, right?
Yeah. I did. Just wrap that up this week. So very excited. In honor of this occasion is why I, in particular, made sure to do it for this week. So.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, because we're doing The Fog, and it's I have a lot of things to say about The Fog, and I'm really, really excited that that's the movie that we're doing tonight. It really cool.
Yeah, I am too, man. It's one I definitely have wanted to talk about. You know, we're gonna definitely review every John Carpenter movie, period, one way or another at one point. But I figure it's always one I would watch around Halloween. I was just trying, when we were doing the list, bro, I was just trying to think of certain ones that, must have watches around this time of year and that we haven't talked about. So that was
I also think out of the entire lineup between PCP and DHS, Dylan's Horror Show, I feel like it's the only ghost story. So I'm glad we got a ghost story in there, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I did want to do a ghost story because I was actually debating on that or the movie called A Ghost Story.
Oh, that's
I got it somewhere. That's a good one though, man. I freaking love that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went with the classic, bro. Classic Fog. Before we get into it though, got some news. You got anything you want to talk about? Dude, we're less than a week away from Halloween Kills, bro.
We are.
I'm so hyped, bro.
These movies are sneaking up on me. I still haven't watched Venom. Still haven't watched the Many Saints of Newark. Still haven't watched James Bond. So
yeah, I didn't watch that. I saw Venom.
Yeah, they're starting to get behind But obviously we'll be watching Halloween Kills because we'll be talking about it for the finale of Horror
Yeah.
Fest. So.
Well, plus, are you gonna go to see it in theater, or are you just gonna watch it at home?
I'm gonna go see it in the theater.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, I've only been able to see. I never saw the first Halloween, or the last Halloween. I never saw that one in the theater. So the only Halloween movie I've seen in the theater has been H2O and Resurrection. So I don't want Resurrection to be the last Halloween film I've seen. Actually, I went and saw the Rob Zombie one. That's right.
Yeah. I think that's the only Halloween movie I've seen in theaters. Is the first Rob Zombie one.
Yeah, I forget about the zombie ones. I didn't watch the second one in theaters though. Anyway,
I saw H2O. That was my first Halloween in theaters.
Me too.
But I didn't see Resurrection. I saw it the day it came out on VHS though. But wasn't missing much on that one. But I saw the Rob Zombie one. I didn't see the second one. But I did see the original first and second at the drive-in last year on Halloween. That was dope, bro. Kind of want to go see the new one at the drive-in at some point. But did you have anything for horror news, bro?
Well, yeah. There's tons of stuff.
What you got, bro?
Well, first of all, In Search of Darkness Volume 3 is now being crowdfunded. You can go and support it. 80shorrordoc.com, I believe.
Yeah,
you can go ahead and sign up for Part 3. It comes out next year. But I'm going to go ahead and jump on the bandwagon. I haven't been able to get behind either of the previous two.
Yeah, you can get them now, though.
Well, I have them now because I did.
You have one and two?
Yeah, they did the flash sale of 2, and I did that. But I'm saying I was never I was never a part of the crowdfunding, so my name's not in the credits. It will be this time. So,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, bro.
So there's that. That's really freaking cool. There was we got the news that they cast Pinhead in the Hellraiser reboot.
The Hulu, the straight to Hulu one.
Yeah, the one that Clive Barker is producing.
Yeah, and not the HBO Max one.
It's Jamie Clayton. And at first I was like, I don't know, right? But I've read The Hellbound Heart, and Pinhead is described as being very gender fluid, androgynous, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they never really say.
Not only is this a woman, but for some reason it added a little bit of because of that, it added an interesting element when I found out, because I didn't know she's a trans woman, right? She was in Sense8 and things like that. So I really feel like, I think that they could do something interesting with that. So I'm actually kind of on board with that. I think that could be really fun.
I actually was hesitant at first, and then when I had someone break it down like that, because they never really say what his exact gender is in the book. So, and if Clive Barker's on it, and he's kind of was praising it, saying that he's kind of that it's a cool direction they're taking it. So
I'm excited. Clive's involved, so sure. At least he's getting some money out of it, and he's pleased, right? Yeah. Then we got the trailer for Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City.
Yeah, I saw that.
Anybody watch that trailer?
I did not yet, but I want to.
Brooks is a big Resident Evil fan, so I want to know your opinion, because I didn't play it like y'all did. I just watched y'all play, but there were moments where it was straight from the game. But that trailer's making this to be way more
epic.
There's
a lot of fan service there's a lot of fan service in that trailer.
Yeah, and it's trying to make it seem really epic with that. Yeah. Everybody does that now.
I think it's gonna be kind of goofy.
Yeah,
but I mean, at least they're using the game characters this time.
And
it might be good. I'm not having high hopes for it. Why do they use that 10,000 Maniac song in there?
Well, that's the new thing everybody does in their movie trailers now. They used to go womp.
And now it's the slower version of
yes, of a popular song. So there's that. I watched the trailer for Paranormal Activity: Next of Kin. I haven't seen. Yeah, me and Brooks were talking about this. This is so funny because me and Brooks were talking about this week. And we're like, how many Paranormal Activity movies are there? I've only ever seen the first one, right? So we look it up. It's oh my crap! I was like, there's one coming out in a few weeks. Yeah. And then I looked to do my wrap up, and they had released a trailer for it. So I checked out the trailer. Dude, it looks really good. Honestly, it's about this woman who has found her first biological relative. And so she's filming a documentary about going and meeting them. And they're this off the grid Amish type family. Yeah. But there's some satanic worship and sacrifice involved in it. the trailer looks really cool. Like, no lie, I was really surprised.
It's been a while since they put out Paranormal Activity, so I feel like if they were gonna put another one, maybe they actually had a good idea. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping at least, you know.
It looks cool. It's going to be a Paramount Plus exclusive, which I actually do have Paramount Plus right now because that's how I watch football when I'm out and about. But also, this one falls more into the horror thriller category. But there's this movie on Netflix called Hypnotic, and it's about this woman who's dealing with a lot of anxiety. So her friend recommends that she goes to this hypnotist, and this dude like hypnotizes her. And turns out he's hypnotizing all these women to like do what he wants them to do. So they're like his own sleeper agents and sexy sleeper agents and shit like that. It has a really cool vibe in the trailer. Looks like something cool and creepy coming up. So I was actually surprised. That Resident Evil trailer, though, that's a weird stretch, bro. They're making this shit look like it's so epic. And at the same time, there's a lot of action-y CG, like CG action stuff in the trailer that looked really wonky. But it looked like they, for the most part, are doing a little bit of practical work with some of the zombie stuff. But I don't know. I think this movie's going to be.
Well, they took a lot of shots in that trailer are like can be taken from screenshots of cutscenes from a lot of that. From
bro, that whole bit where they find the first zombie.
The dude like looks up, the zombie looks up.
When you find the first zombie when you're playing it, right? And
you walk in when you first walk in the mansion, the hallway.
Yeah. So it could be cool.
It's a fan servicey as fuck trailer.
Yeah, it could be cool.
I'm kind of excited in spite of myself.
Yeah,
even though I've been hurt. Even though I've been hurt before.
There are some good ones though. I would say that Afterlife I think is really good. The third or Extinction, my bad. Extinction.
I only saw the first one, so
Extinction's the best one, and it's really to me the only one that's good. But that's what I got for horror news this week, Dylan. You got anything?
I saw the Child's Play, or I guess an ad or trailer for the new Child's Play series that's coming up. It looks pretty goofy, but it looks fun.
I mean, are those movies serious?
It's like ever since like the one where he's Bride of Chucky. I think Child's Play just kind of rolled with its own ridiculous premise.
Yes, and that's when it's when Don Mancini gets more like creative control, because I think Tom Holland was trying to make it feel like a classical horror film, right? Yeah. And have a heart to it. Like the first one really attempts to do that, right? And I think that's why I don't necessarily like the first couple as much as I do 3, 4, and 5, because they just get fucking wild, bruh. You know?
Hell yeah. I love them all, though. But I'm so hyped for the TV show, dude. So hyped.
It's just called Chucky, right?
He said that he wanted him to look more like he did from Child's Play 2. So he knows that that's like the fan favorite. So, dude, the animatronics look like really good in this, man. Like the best they've ever looked in a way, man. And it, for
as long as it's not that
being on Sci-Fi, I'm like, wow, dude, they're actually putting some money into it.
As long as it's not that Cult of Chucky, Curse of Chucky shit, man. He looks so doofy in those movies. Not as bad as the remake, though. Have you ever seen the remake, Brooks?
No.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah, dude, it sucks. It's also got what's her name from Parks and Rec? She's in
Aubrey
Legion.
Plaza.
Yeah, but not a good movie, man.
Yeah, it could have been better.
Well, remakes are always hit or miss. Yeah.
Well, it's all like he's connecting to the internet, and he's like got like Bluetooth or Wi-Fi.
They might do a sequel on that shit, bro.
Really did that movie do good? I don't know.
Rob Zombie's Child's Play.
It had a couple decent kills, but it was just like just the voice was just so cheesy.
Yeah. Well, they definitely probably won't be able to afford Mark Hamill coming back if they do another one. They'll be like, we got to cut the budget.
Did you watch Midnight Mass?
No.
And dude, Mike Flanagan? You know what I'm talking about. You've seen like Haunting on Hill House and Black Manor, right?
I haven't seen that second one, but I've seen Haunting on Hill House.
Okay.
The first
you gotta watch Bly Manor and you gotta watch Midnight Mass. But it looks like because Mike Flanagan's has some deal with Netflix, I guess he's doing The Fall of the House of Usher.
Fall of the House of Usher. I saw
developing series based on Edgar Allan Poe stories. So what is he? I don't know if that means he's doing a movie or like an anthology series called The Fall of the House of Usher. it seems like he's saying Edgar Allan Poe stories. You know what I'm saying? So
It would be cool if they actually did an adaptation of the story, which there's not much to the story, and that's why every time they adapt it, they always go in these weird fucking directions.
yeah,
But I really like the Roger Corman version of that film.
it says the limited series from Intrepid Pictures is based on multiple works from Poe. 8 episodes have been ordered. Flanagan and Michael will each direct 4 episodes. Michael film Ganari or something. So 2 guys, Flanagan and his buddy, are going to direct 4 episodes each.
So it's that does sound like it's just a Poe anthology called Follow the House of Usher, probably because outside of The Raven, that's the most popular title, right?
Yeah, probably.
Sounds good though, Ninth, right? The Fall
Yeah.
of the House of Usher. Like, what did Usher ever do to you, man? I mean, he cheated on Chili, but I mean, whatever.
I love
Usher, get it? You
oh
know?
yeah, I get it.
So caught up, something on.
I love that like anything Mike Flanagan does though, bro. So I'm in for it. Yo, did you
That dude's
watch
faster than Mike Flanagan's dog.
Did you watch VHS 94?
No. Did that
You
come
haven't
out?
watched- It came out on Shudder, yeah, a couple days ago.
I forgot I had
like,
Shudder.
I had yeah, that's why I asked, because I remember you said that you got it. The dude, yeah, I started Squid Games, John. I gotta finish that shit, but it's pretty dope so far, bro. But VHS 94, because the third one, Viral, was fucking terrible. The first 2 I enjoyed when they first came out. I thought they were like interesting concepts, but VHS 94 was actually pretty cool, bro. Besides the wraparound, because they're all basically like, they'll have like a wraparound like leading to each one of these VHS shorts that they do. And the wraparound I usually don't like. I can't remember if it was the first or second. It was like the only one I really ever liked. But I thought 94 was pretty cool. It had some cool stuff. I know everyone was talking about Timo's like short. I don't know if you know. He's like, I think he's I don't even know what he is. But everyone was raving about Timo's short. He does like this what was it, man? I want to say, man, he's like some crazy Korean doctor, like taking body parts and trying to like morph them into like mechanical parts. Like it starts off with this guy's head like opening up, and then he's just got like 2 like metal spider legs attached to him. Like, so he's like it's fucking wild, bro. But it's worth the watch. I wouldn't say it's the best thing ever, but it surprised me because I really did not expect much from VHS 94. But I had fun with it, man. It had some cool short stories, you know. The
Check it out.
Was okay. But that might be all I really got. Besides that Hellraiser you were talking about, it's supposed to actually be finished. Like, I think they're probably cutting it together now because they finished filming for sure.
And we just got the announcement of who Pinhead is.
Yeah, maybe they could
keep
it okay.
Good for them, because this is an age in which we get surprised very little by pop culture.
I wonder if that Day of the Dead show came out yet on Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi actually has a couple of horror. There's Day of the Dead, there's Chucky, and there's one more, man. I'm trying to think of it.
I just hate. I feel like since George Romero died, that now, like, obviously Romero George would not have wanted to do this. I feel like, you know what I'm saying. And once he's gone, now all this shit's coming out, right? Like these heavy metal comics and the Night of the Animated Dead and all this stuff. And I get it. You know, you're capitalizing on it. I get it. But at the same time, it just feels like it's watering down the legacy of true pioneer and visionary in horror cinema. It's sad.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. I don't know what that other show was. They had another horror show. There's Chucky, Day of the Dead. I don't know.
Are you playing the movie, Dylan?
No.
Is somebody watching something?
I had it playing, but not anymore. Like that, I turned it off.
You just now? Wait.
No. It's been off before the show.
Okay.
It's not on. Yeah, I meant to say like I watched it before and I turned it off. But yeah, that's let's see. Oh, Scream actor Matthew Lillard believes Stu Macher is still alive in his own head, at least. I wonder, man, wouldn't that be dope if fucking Matthew Lillard came back in the new Scream 5?
No,
No,
I don't think so. No.
why not, bro?
I mean, I don't think Wes would do that.
Yeah, probably.
Here I
not.
am tonight. I'm going to be the grumpy old man. Like, I don't think George Romero and Wes Craven would do that. I don't think they'd allow it. It's a shame. It's a shame. No, Matthew Lillard probably just wants something to do. Like he's probably like, let me get what is. Like, I bet he's pitched this idea, and he was like, "What if we ignore all the Scream sequels, and we do a direct sequel to the first one, and I'm still alive?" Did we see him die? Didn't we see him die?
That's been a long time since I've seen Scream. Didn't he die in the first one?
Pretty sure he got shot, right? Or am I thinking like didn't he die?
I think
He got the
I think
TV
so
smashed
because
through his head.
by David Arquette's character.
Got the TV.
He got the TV smashed through his head.
Skeet Ulrich was the one that got shot, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
I need to watch it again.
Time since I've watched Scream.
Yeah, well, we got it. I don't want to really reveal too much, but I'll go ahead and reveal that we got 2 franchise reviews for Horror Fest at PCP next year, and Scream is one of them because there will be 5. Yeah,
I fucking love Scream, bro. Count me in for that shit. I love.
we'll see, bro. You said count me in for all of these movies. We haven't seen you. No, yeah, we definitely want you on Scream. We want you on all of them, and I'll give you a hint at what the other one is, and it should be pretty fucking obvious because it's the one big one that we really haven't done, and it's also a Wes Craven launched franchise. So I think you can piece that one together, y'all.
People Under the Stairs.
That's not a franchise.
I know.
The A-Team.
It's Hills Have Eyes. Nah. Anyway.
What up, P Money?
Perry.
Yeah, no, Sam. I know there are people that don't like Scream. There definitely. I know a lot. I like this one guy. I know he fucking, and me and him usually see eye to eye on like 99% of shit. And he hates Scream. So one thing, like, I'm like, damn, bro, so close. But yeah, I think that's really all I got for horror news. I'm trying to think. I'm just so overjoyed with fucking Halloween Kills coming out this week.
You sound excited and overjoyed.
I am, bro. Dude, I swear though, this little trailer I'm watching, it looks like they show Jamie Clayton as Pinhead.
There's a trailer for Hellraiser?
No, there's like this Prime thing, and they're showing like clips of like horror stuff they got coming out. But it makes no sense because that's on Hulu. But it shows Pinhead, and then it flashes to like a blonde chick, so that's why I'm thinking that. I'll send you the video if I can find it.
I got one more tidbit of horror news, I guess. Brooks and I went to a haunted attraction on Thursday night. Brooks, you want to file a report for Atrox Factory 2021?
Yeah, it was good. It was I was very tense throughout the whole fucking thing, which is standard for a kind of haunted house thing. But it had a lot of cool costumes, some cool animatronics, some nice creepy shit like a tunnel with like a bunch of faces and shit, and a black light. They're like glowing like.
And they were strobing. Oh my god!
And of course the tunnel that makes you think like that that the fucking platform is turning on you. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it. I was glad I went.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm gonna really get into it tomorrow night on Rockin' Robbie Live, but I don't think I've ever been as scared as much as I was this time. And it was like I was second in line instead of like first. And like, bruh, like Jamie was in front of me. And so she'd walk by and then the dude would come out. And like Brooks was behind me. Brooks was like,
I got the tail end of all the jump scares. I missed like pretty much most of the jump scares.
Yeah, but you got to see
like they would be getting you usually.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they got me a lot. right? Brooks
The
probably heard
chainsaw
me.
guy got me though. Even though I kind of saw him coming,
See,
I was like,
I didn't wait around for the chainsaw dude, man. I was like, I don't, yeah, I told y'all, I was like, when I notice I'm in the chainsaw room, I'm running. I ran the fuck out of that room. Like, and it was the last
because you
room.
know the chainsaw guy's the end of the attraction because you can always hear him
Yeah.
when you're standing in line at the entrance.
It was great though, and Brooks got to hear my Scream Queen impression, man. Like I was literally like screaming, and it was mostly like what I would see something and think it was an animatronic or a dummy, and then it would be real. And like, because Jamie would walk by him, and I'd look at it, and I'd be like, "That looks really cool," and then it would pump out at me, and I was just scared shit. Oh, it was great. It was It's one of the best ones we go to down here, man. I love it. I love it so much. It was a cool one. Atrox Factory, Leeds, Alabama. Check it out if you're
There's
able.
a giant gas station there too.
You have a Buc-ee's, which is the biggest
Yeah,
gas station I've ever fucking seen. It's the size of like a small Walmart, man. It's crazy.
Can you imagine that place being like filled up with cars all getting gas at the same time?
There were a lot of people. There had probably like hundreds of pumps, right?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand why Leeds, Alabama needs that many gas pumps, but I guess they do. And plus, it's off the interstate, so.
Yeah.
Do you like going to haunted attractions, Dylan?
Sometimes, yeah.
The cool thing is, I was going to say, the cool thing is that we went on opening night. And so, aside from the fact that we were surrounded by fucking kids, and we were like the oldest people there, aside from the people working the haunt, it was like usually you have to wait in a long line to get in, and then you got to wait around once you buy your ticket until they call your group. But this time you just walked right in, bought your ticket, and went right into the line for the haunted house. So it was the quickest that it's ever been. And the haunt itself felt pretty long. And they improved it from the last. I went there like 2 or 3 years ago. This is the place where I met Doug Bradley. Speaking of Pinhead and Bill Mosley. But fantastic place. Really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, the only one by my house is like 7 Floors of Hell. I don't know if heard of that. I'm sure you have. It's basically just like where they got 7 different like little mini haunted houses, and each one is like themed differently,
Yeah.
And a couple of them, like, most of them are all like dumb, and most of them are just like pitch black. There's one where like they got some like creepy ass like psycho clowns, and it's like smoked out where you can't even see. So I was like, man, I gotta be able to see, you know what I mean? I know like it's supposed to be dark, which I'm cool with it being dark. I just need to be able to see where the fuck I'm going. I get that's how they probably scare you easier, but I just have to be able to see where I'm walking. Because if somebody bumps into me, like, and they're really like, I might forget, and I might just knock them out. So,
this
like
one
better to be able to just let me see. You know what I mean? So like,
and this one, it was really difficult to see in a lot of spots, especially at the beginning with the strobe. Super difficult. There are parts where it's leaking water from like pipes, and you're walking through puddles of water, and then they're allowed to touch you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but for the most part, they just kind of do that. Like you won't even see the people usually.
They'll brush your shoulder or the back of your neck usually.
Yeah, but our buddy Blake, someone grabbed his like fucking love handle, just gave it a squeeze like they're like checking oranges or some shit, But it was cool. It's there's a lot of experience in that one, man. It was a wild time. It was super fun.
Hell yeah! Well, at least you had fun, So the one is like it's like the same one I've been going to since I was a kid. I feel like, so I'm just kind of over it. But it'd be nice to maybe check out another one sometime. But we got a
bunch around us. You got to drive a little bit to get to them. It's crazy. We don't have one in our town, and we're now officially the biggest town in Alabama. So whatever that means, we still can't get good chalupas here. But it's so crazy. We used to have like the JC's haunted house, then we had Disturbia, but a lot of shit happened. So we got to drive out. There's this other place called Arx Mortis, That's pretty popular, and they have like 3 different ones, I think, or something like that. And there's up in Tennessee, there are places, and like Arx Mortis, I don't know if they still do, but at one point they opened up for Valentine's Day weekend, and they did like a My Bloody Valentine theme, like a mine thing or something like that. I think I never went to that one, but they're doing more at Atrox Factory now. Like they got a Christmas haunt that they're doing, and I'm going to go to that because I've never been, and that's got to be wild, man.
Hell yeah. Oh, one last thing though. Creepshow season 3, bruh. Episode 3 just came out this past week. Gotta check it out. It's been pretty fun. You know, nothing that's gonna change your life, but it's just I love to see Greg Nicotero just trucking along, keeping the Creepshow name alive. They actually had pretty cool, like a really cool episode last week. I think it was last week, where this like collector who's like a huge horror nerd has like all these, you know, like screen used, you know, horror art, like artifacts or just, you know, props and everything. And he like his show like kind of has like a little museum, and he's got this like big attraction he's getting ready to show, and it's pretty cool, man. He's got like one of the Army of Deadites, like with the shield and everything, and he's got the original Creep from the original Creep show, and some other stuff, man. It's definitely something I would check out if you're a Creep show fan. You got anything else, or is that it, my guy?
That's what I got, bro.
That's awesome. Good horror news, though, bro.
Well, I do got one more item, right? I'll provide you probably 10 seconds of commentary, but there's a fog bank moving in about 25 miles off the coast, and it's heading towards this little schooner out there, and you just might want to let them know.
Is it coming due east or due west?
Well, it's going with the wind.
Oh, I didn't know that fogs do that.
It's going against the wind.
I know. I never heard of that. I didn't know that's possible. Dude, so yeah. The fog, though, bro. 1980. I didn't know this was 1980. Guess what? 2 years after he did Halloween.
Yeah, man, because it's definitely 80 because it says so, and then it's one of the first movies they talk about. It's one of the first movies they talk about in Search of Darkness because they go year by year.
Yeah.
What do you think about it, bruh?
Yeah,
what do you think?
Oh, I was gonna let you guys go, and then I'll tell you what I think about it.
Okay. My bad.
I mean, I could go first, or yeah,
you do you, bro. It's your show. It's Dylan's horror show, not Brooks's horror show.
Brooks, what did you think about the fog, bro?
I like this movie. This movie has a lot of setup in it, and it doesn't have like a whole lot of payoff, but still, I still enjoy it. And you know, I like the way the fog looks and the ghost lepers and everything. I think look really good, and I like the little Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner reference that they threw in there with the phone call. But yeah, it's a good movie, classic, and it's definitely got that John Carpenter kind of style to it.
Hell yeah, Robbie, what did you think of it, bro?
So you know, historically, I have always liked this film, but it's never been something that I considered to be one of my favorite John Carpenter films. Now, we'll get to this later, of course, but I do think it's one of his best scores. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, and for me, this Carpenter stuff can be wild. You know, we're talking about Big Trouble in Little China. We're talking about Escape from New York. We're talking about Halloween and They Live. And The Fog is so classic, right? That I never really truly appreciated it. And it's been several years since I've revisited it. And this was the first time on Blu-ray. So the first time I've watched this in HD. And bruh, I've been sleeping on this movie. I've been lost in the fog, one would say. I loved it. It is a classic ghost story that involves the history of a town. It has the characters representing different aspects, and even you could kind of look into it. They're representing different social classes, right? All the characters, you got your blue collar guy with the runaway, right? And then you got the woman who's like scrambling, trying to get Janet Leigh's character, who's trying to get like the centennial thing going on. And then you've got, so maybe more privileged, right? And then you've got the priest, right? But like, bruh, I love the movie. Like, I really do. This was like, I truly feel like this was the first time I really appreciated the film. Seeing it in HD really illuminates how amazingly powerful the cinematography is in this movie. I remember being disappointed in it because I watched it right after Demons. So maybe what I did was I had so much excess watching Demons and Demons 2, and then watching The Fog was like a nice kind of step back, but it doesn't have to show too much. It really just shows gross stuff like once. Yeah. When you see like the close up and the worms are in there, it relies so much on your imagination, but it's using the effects like fog. We've all been like, when you drive, we had this happen Thursday night coming back from the haunted house. Like dense fog that's hard to see through. And it's creepy, it's a creepy, it's a creepy thing. And then this is glowing fog, and it's tied into the history of this town, and they're on a bay, and it's like the town itself is a character. And the way the story unfolds feels like a novel to me. Like the way, like if this feels like this was adapted from a novel, but it wasn't. I think that was intentional though, what they were doing. It feels very Stephen King to me, where it's about a small town with all these different people that are representing different things. And they all have to somehow, they all get a different piece of the mystery and have to come together conveniently, tied together by Adrienne Barbeau in a fantastic performance. So I used to say, like, I like The Fog, but it's not his best work at all. Nah, this is top 5 now for me. It's not just one of his best scores. I think it's one of his best movies.
You got just the regular Scream Factory Blu-ray?
Yeah.
I don't think they did a 4K.
I don't have a 4K TV or 4K.
Yeah.
I'm not diving into that yet.
Dude, that freaking because I remember when I first got the Scream Factory Blu-ray, and like I just pitch black in my room, bro, and I put it on. I watched it probably like 3 times in a row. I was just like, this is so incredible. It's a great, dude, the Scream Factory did a great job with that Blu-ray.
The transfer is gorgeous. It's in front of me right now. It's a beautiful transfer.
So good.
It looks amazing. Carpenter, he's not known necessarily for like a lot of camera movement or anything flashy like that. It's his use. Yeah, he's got great cinematographers, right, that work with him. So the lighting, right? Yeah. And so the lighting and everything is working absolutely fantastic, but he's got a way of being able to just do like, you don't think that Carpenter's doing much, but he's doing a lot. Like, that's why I think he's so brilliant, because you don't notice what he's doing. It's not like when you watch an Argento film and you're like, oh, I see the intentional movement of the camera and I see this and that. This is more like, it's not necessarily documentarian style, because it does move. And that's the thing, is it does, but it's John Carpenter's camera work is fucking subtle as shit, bro. I guess that's the long ass way of me trying to say that. I love it. It's amazing, bro. And the way he uses the landscapes. That's why it's a shame he never did a Western, like a true Western. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he would kill the hell out of that, man.
Yeah, I wish he could have got to do one, no doubt, man. Kind of wish he could have got to do Firestarter, because that was one that he kind of wanted to do that had a Western vibe to it.
They cut the budget, though, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, man, The Fog didn't have much of a budget either, man, and they had, feel like, a lot of like internal issues and just issues making the film, because he said he had took it back and he was like, dude, this is terrible. So they had to do a lot of reshoots and fix it. And I think they did a hell of a job. I don't know how it looked before, though. You know what I mean? But
Well, they also had difficulty with the fog itself, so they bring in these fog
yeah,
machines, and the wind would just blow it the fuck away.
all the way. Yeah.
Which is the nature of
Also,
fog.
Yeah, right.
if you watch behind the scenes, Jamie Lee said it was kind of weird because Deborah Hill and John Carpenter were kind of messing around during Halloween and dating. And then by the time the fog came around, John was dating Adrienne Barbeau. And they were still, making movies and shit together. And Jamie's like, it kind of felt like my parents were breaking up or something. But
Plus, her mom's on set, so I bet she was like, "Get me off of this set."
yeah.
Jesus.
But dude, I absolutely love the film. Always have, always will. It's just total atmosphere. You know what I mean? The movie has such great cinematography. Like, you got to get the Scream Factory Blu-ray if you don't have it. But it's just pure atmosphere. Like, they don't show much because he doesn't even need to show you that much because the film just is pure atmosphere. And it's crazy, bro. Like, how good he can make the film with just some fog. You know what I mean? But I know
But
some
also
people.
compelling characters too. Like I'm
Yeah.
involved in and engaged in
Oh
each
yeah,
character, which is it's crazy.
the small town where everybody knows everybody. There's some deep, hardcore secret that they've been keeping for the last 100 generations. You know what I mean? And fucking now what their great ancestors did to screw these people has come back to haunt them. It's I love it, bro. It's just an awesome ghost story, with the guy telling the story around the fire in the beginning too.
Yes. That's the guy from he's in Ghost Story, right? He's one of the guys,
Yeah.
the old guys in Ghost Story. Yeah. So it's that sets the tone because what Carpenter's telling you in that opening scene is we're sitting around a campfire, you're a kid again, and I'm telling you a ghost story. It's going to scare the shit out of you.
Yeah, right. For real. But yeah, I love it, bro. Love it. Like you said, bro, one of his best musical scores too. So good, bro. I don't know, bro. You got Tom Atkins though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Is I wanted to know, Dylan, who's your favorite character? Because this movie's got Adrienne Barbeau, it's got Jamie Lee Curtis, it's got Janet Leigh, it's got Tom Atkins, it's got what's his name, Hal. He's
Holbrook.
in what?
Hal Holbrook.
Yes, right. And so like, this movie's got a freaking cast. Like, who's your favorite, Dylan? I want to know.
In and out, bro.
I asked you if I want to know who your favorite character is.
Oh yeah, I know. You like cut out towards the end, my bad.
My bad.
My favorite would probably be my main man, Tom Atkins, bro. Like, for real. Like, picks up Jamie Lee, bro, and she's like, "Are you weird?" And he's like, "Yes, I am." And the next they're talking in the car, and then next you cut and they're in bed together, butt naked, Tom Atkins was the man. I don't know though, the fog or the mist, Robbie.
The fog. The mist relies on too much shock. I think that they're both the same level of awesome, though. But yeah. I think the fog is superior in its subtlety, but the mist is able to be a little bit more shocking. So I love both of them. So it's a hard thing there.
It's hard too, but I go the fog. But yeah, no, that's not Alfred Hitchcock in the beginning. That's someone else. I forget his name, but we were just saying he's in Ghost Story, right?
Yeah, he's in a bunch of shit, bro. What is his name? Because he's a classic. Like, I'm looking it up. It is John Houseman, who plays Mr. Mockin. Yeah, John Houseman was born in 1902 in Romania, and he died on Halloween, 1988. He died on Halloween. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
He's most known for Macbeth and The Cradle Will Rock in the Mercury Theater. He worked with Orson Welles. Wow. Yeah, he even was there through the production of Citizen Kane. He was a producer of Blue Dahlia. Yeah, really, really well known, well respected actor.
Yeah, Tom Atkins definitely though. I just love him in anything. I feel like he hasn't done like a shit ton. I'm sure he has, but just like the big ones that we know him from, he didn't do like a lot of work. So anything that he's in, man, I just always love him, bro. He's always so good.
He's always in so many like cult points though, right? Like The Fog, Halloween 3, Night of the Creeps. Like he's in all the right ones,
Oh yeah.
Creep Show.
Creep Show. Dude, but
like half the cast of this movie's in Creep Show.
And every movie he does though too, bro, it's like they're cults, bro, and they're fucking so good. So it's like he might not have done a lot, but everything he picked, man, was a damn gold mine. Even though like Season of the Witch did not hit at first, that didn't hit till maybe 10, 15 years ago, I feel like.
Yeah.
Now
that's when we got the appreciation for it, when people could actually watch it and not worry, because we have enough Michael Myers. And we also learned the hard way that having Michael Myers in each movie doesn't mean that they're all going to be good.
Yeah, no doubt. Who's your favorite character, Robbie?
I would probably have to go with Adrienne Barbeau as well. I always wanted to like own a radio station and do radio work and things like that, so that appeals to me. And I just love how she's kind of the oracle of this movie, if that makes sense, if you get the reference from Batman, y'all. And I love that role that she's playing. And I love how she's like just a normal mother, but she's on the radio. Hey guys, welcome to KAB.
Like, oh my God, they're like, oh, she sounds sexy as hell.
Yes, so she's got this like creepy weatherman like trying to hit on her all the time, and I just really like that character. I think it works. Her concern for her son, the way that she just like, I freaking love it. And the moment that really gets me is when she apologizes to her son. I need you to understand why I have to be here, right? Because she's trying to save people's lives. Really, honestly, they're just like, let him kill 6 people. Shit would be over. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just line them up and like fucking, all they want is to kill 6 people. But no, like they don't know that. She doesn't. But no, I really like her character. I love the radio aspect, and I think she's like the true hero of the show. Tom Atkins just happens to be there at the end to pull the priest away. But I guess ultimately the priest is the true hero. Probably has the deepest arc out of everybody in the movie. But I like Adrienne Barbeau in this movie. She also doesn't have an annoying perm. Like, so that sometimes her hair makes me think of my grandmother, and sometimes she doesn't have that hair, and I find her very attractive, and it has very conflicting dissonance in my heart when that happens.
Understandable.
I was gonna say, I bet.
What would you do without me?
Brooks, who's one of your favorite characters, bro?
I actually liked Jamie Lee Curtis's character in this movie.
Yeah.
She's like she's the outsider. She's just kind of wandering through, and you don't get a whole lot of her story. She's kind of like explains that, apparently she was like a rich girl basically who ran away from home, and that's it. She's trying to get to isn't it San Diego?
Yeah, something like that.
Or something. Yeah, because she's an artist. So
yeah,
I like how she's constantly following. Like, it's like she just gets a ride from this dude, and then like she just basically just like hanging out with him for like the next couple of days.
Yeah, she's like a fuck buddy while I'm in town. Let's stretch this out. I'll get some meals out of it, some beer. Fuck yeah, dude. I'd do it. I'd do Tom Atkins for a few days to get free beer and food. But as soon as the fog shit happened, I'm like, she had the right idea at first. She's like, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. She should have got. She ended up okay.
Nobody's perfect.
It's all okay for her though. But I do love like and the other thing, honorable mention. Speaking of Alfred Hitchcock, it's not Alfred Hitchcock in the beginning of the movie, but much like Alfred Hitchcock's, John Carpenter likes to put himself in his movies, and I love his bit in the beginning because he's the guy that shows up and he goes, "Father, can I get paid today?" He's like, I need you to not to come in till 4 tomorrow. Father, can I get paid today? Make it 6. Okay, Father. Like, damn. Was that a comment about the studio system in Hollywood? Maybe it was. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it.
Probably it is. No, and Carpenter.
Well, and another weird thing is like that I found about this movie is like, the fact that this priest, like the head priest, his grandfather, I guess it was, who like he wrote the journal or whatever. And he's all like, "Oh, we're gonna kill these guys," but I feel really bad about it. And then like later on, you find out that he actually stole the gold that they were supposed to get from the sunken leper colony, and he apparently melted it down and made a giant fucking cross out of it,
and then buried it
in the wall.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why in the?
Weird stretch, bro.
It's like he went for Scott Belmont to like come along and just like whip the wall and like, oh, there's the cross I need to kill Dracula. I thought that was a weird thing.
Yeah, it was because it didn't even really work. Like they still had to come back and kill the fucking priest. It just ended it that night. Then they come back and kill him, and then they're like, okay, now it's over. I like that. I like the way it ends like that. Where they're like, oh, everything's fine. No, they still got to kill that motherfucker. I love it.
Yeah.
So it's got a good punch at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's got a good kind of ending.
Yeah, you think you see it come, you think it's all over, and then boom, he gets it at the end.
Yeah, you get that last little twist.
Yeah. Well, Carpenter always says that he's not so much for happy endings. He's like, that's not the way shit works. He's like, and I know it might seem a little grim, He's like, well, maybe that's why some of my movies didn't do that good. But for me, that's the big reason why his movies stand out, because he didn't just do what everyone else would do, where you're just like, they just come back from this total bullshit scenario and then just happy ending, like you always feel like, I don't know, man. I just never like feel too good about that when I'm just like, that was just so easy for them to get out of that, He actually makes it, a challenge. And if they actually get out, they probably went through fucking hell to make it out,
Yeah. By the way, did you notice the name of Tom Atkins in this movie? The name of his character?
Nick Castle.
Nick Castle. How cool is that?
So dope. For the OG Nick Castle, the original Michael Myers.
Yeah. You know it.
Hell yeah.
And the guy that's helping them out when they sing Big Trouble in Little China's theme song. In Little China. That's Nick Castle.
Really? Wow.
It's weird, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
Nick Castle's had an interesting career. I do like happy endings. And I like sad endings too. Sometimes I like sad endings with
just sometimes I feel like with Carpenter movies, like they just are meant to be, grimmer endings.
Yeah.
Every movie deserves its certain ending, Some things work better for others. But that would be dope if there was a Carpenter verse where all his movies connected. I know there's the Apocalypse trilogy, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's They Live.
They don't connect.
It's They Live, Prince of Darkness, and
Into the Madness.
no, it's The Thing. It's The Thing,
Prince of Darkness,
and In the Mouth of Madness. And they're just thematically what we consider a trilogy, because it's all about allegedly about the end of the world, but I don't know if I don't know. I think putting The Thing in that's a bit of a stretch, but
yeah. Well, you could think that maybe fucking that was the start of the apocalypse.
Yeah, actually. So, but I mean, yeah, and the idea, like the world's ending, so I think it's cool. So yeah, thematically they're kind of tied in, but I would like the idea of the shared universe, and obviously Snake Plissken has met Jack Burton, right? Jack Burton.
I don't know. Has he?
In the comic book series, they did a Big Trouble in Little China Escape from New York crossover.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I never read it, though. I want to. I should, actually. I should read it.
Yeah, I want to read it. They have a comic book where it leaves off exactly where the movie ends, and it's Jack, like getting attacked by the monster and shit.
Yeah,
So
like a little
it takes
prequel.
place right after. You've read that?
No, I've not.
I
The only
wanna
thing
read
is, I
that.
read the Snake Plissken had a comic book series at CrossGen for a little tiny bit in the early 2000s.
really?
I don't know if anybody remembers that, but yeah, CrossGen published. There was a moment
That's
they
a
were like,
name I've not heard in a long time.
yeah, right, not since the Clone Wars. But yeah, the CrossGen did this thing for a while where they were like let's branch out and do some licenses, and they brought in Lady Death and they brought in Snake Plissken. How fucking weird.
Lady Death versus Snake Plissken.
Oh, dude, they never got around to that. That'd be cool. But the thing is, they did Lady Death, but they were like, we can't make her like as sexy as you make her, so they like put her in like a corset and made it more like medieval, and it's now considered like medieval Lady Death or some shit like that. It's like a different thing. Chaos is here. He probably knows about that.
What do you think about the score, bro?
Who?
Brooks, and then we'll go Robbie.
Yeah, this has a good score to it. It has that, that early 80s synthy sound to it, which works really well, really atmospheric. I don't know, it doesn't stand out to me as much as like the soundtrack to Demons did. Because, to be fair though, Demons used like a lot of heavy metal music, so it was bound to pop more. But
Well, Demons is also composed. The score is composed by Claudio Simonetti, who's the guy from Goblin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a great soundtrack. I mean, this is one I'd like to have, for atmosphere. Like if you have a Halloween party, it would be a good soundtrack to have on, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I recommend checking out John Carpenter's. What are those? The Lost.
The lost songs or lost themes?
Songs, yeah. Lost themes, yeah. He's got some good stuff on there.
And watch him perform things live. Like you can find some YouTube videos of John Carpenter performing his stuff live. Watch that. It's transfixing. And then watch the music video for Big Trouble in Little China and be like, that's the same fucking guy.
Yeah.
I love it though. I love that John Carpenter. That's one of my favorite things about him. He's like the previous. Okay, our generation's John Carpenter is John Carpenter, but we also had an up and comer come up when we were watching films in our teens. Me and Brooks at least, and that was Robert Rodriguez. Like I see a lot of similarities between those two because they literally try to get involved in every single piece of production, right? So I love that about Carpenter. And Carpenter just started doing his own music because of an economic reason. He's like, well, I'll save money if I do it myself.
Yeah.
Right? So what I think about this score is that it's one of his best. It's probably his second best score. I mean, it's between this or Prince of Darkness for me. Those two scores are freaking brilliant. And I love every single one of his scores, right? Even the bluesy one, right? But I love it. One interesting thing that I noticed this time is it says it's composed by John Carpenter, and it says synthesizer realization by Dan Wyman. And so when you look at the soundtrack, it credits John Carpenter with composition and performance, and Dan Wyman with synthesizer and programming. So they work together to do this thing. He's using similar bits and ideas that they used in Halloween, like the very synthy. Like twitchy ting, 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 that kind of thing. But the piano, the do 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 do, and the way it's utilized in the film is brilliant because it's not overdone. Like Halloween theme is in the whole fucking movie. The fog has more nuance to it. There's more deeper levels that go in and out between each other. And he uses it kind of sparsely like that, and I think it really adds to the atmosphere because he's also there's a great just actual soundtrack, meaning like the sound editing and stuff where you hear the foghorns, going off and you hear the wind howling and things like that. It's the entire thing. You could just take out all the dialogue. You remember they used to do this stuff for DVDs and shit. So you could take out all the dialogue and just hear the sound effects and the music. That alone would be an effective experience. I think that it is Carpenter's second, if not best score. Definitely in top 2 for me.
I agree, brother. I love the score too, bro. It's incredible. It's a big part of what makes the movie so atmospheric, you know? It shows how great of a musician he really is, man. Just a filmmaker. Guy was just indie filmmaker through and through, you know? Didn't have the money, so he's like, fuck it. I'm going to just go and do it myself and probably make it even better, you know? So you notice too, like even when he would get a little money, he would work like hand in hand with the, like, you know, he would see all that stuff. I forgot there was one where he got like some rock and roll guys and he was like jamming with them, you know, like kind of showing them what he wants.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's there every step of the way, bro. And I love it. It's cool to see him work, you know. I wish they had more like behind the scenes for all like thorough shit, you know, because he's a great filmmaker, bro.
They have a bunch of the old stuff. I would love to see someone do a hardcore, intense documentary about his life and career. Because, you know, he's been retired for a while.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind talking. He's in Search of Darkness, and it's cool to hear his stuff. I would love to meet John Carpenter, just pick his brain, but, you know, we're not going to have him around for too much longer, man. Some of our horror icons are really getting up there, bro. And they have a legacy that they leave behind. And back to the music thing, too, is Suspiria in particular really influenced him on what he thought soundtracks could be in horror movies. Like when we were doing all of our research for Suspiria, I caught that where I was talking about listening to the music and researching that. And Carpenter directly says that Suspiria is a huge influence on his work.
Makes sense, man. Suspiria has one of the most, you know, atmospheric scores of all time, you know, so I can definitely see that in this, you know. I love it, man. It's just it's, you know, it's without the movie, bro. Without that score, the movie is totally different. You know what I mean? And it might not work nearly as good as it does, you know, because it seemed that they had a lot of trouble getting it made, and they were trying to make it feel creepy, and you know, they don't use, like, some people hate. I love that picture right there, but some people hate the green, like, you know, shipmen at the end. They just think it's cheesy and they look like swamp people, I guess. I mean, I didn't mind them. I thought they were pretty cool, but that picture that Robbie's got is just gold. I'm pretty sure that.
Yeah, I think that their best when they're in the shadows.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't actually show a lot of the close-ups of them, like a couple of shots where you can really see them.
I don't like it's the green doesn't ruin it for me, but like when they're in the shadows, or like that picture Robbie has when you just see like the darkness on them, you don't really see any color and just the red eye. Yeah, that's, I feel like when they're at its best. But it does make sense that there would be, you know, like swamp green goop on them, because if they've been like under the ocean for hundreds of years, you know, that they would probably look something like that. So I think it's just being the 80s, you know what I'm saying? They probably didn't have that much money, and they're like using it for one.
They just wanted to pop on screen.
Probably. Yeah, they're like, this is only for one scene, you know what I mean? But I still think it works, bro. I love it, man, and I think it's super atmospheric, and that's what I think the whole movie is, bro. Just atmosphere, bro, and just character development, like Robbie said. So you actually care about these characters, but I love it, bro.
Poltergeist is another movie that does that really well too.
Oh yeah,
like setting up good characters so you actually care about them when the crazy.
And that's like now, like I feel like all horror movies like are just character development throughout like the first half of the movie, then they get into the shit. You know what I mean? It's like I like good character development, but it's like throw scares in between it. You know what I mean? Keep you like tensed up. I don't know, bro. That would be, yo, Chaos. Send me some of that illegitimate Carpenter money then, bro. But yeah, bro. I dig it. Anything else you want to mention on the Fog, bro? I think trying to think.
I just want to hit one more time how amazing the cinematography is. What's the name of the director of photography, Dylan?
Dean Cundy, babe. Dude,
Yeah.
probably one of the best cinematography, guys, like, period, bro. Like, from the 80s and up, he did everything with Carpenter. Him and Carpenter were like this, bro. And I'm trying to think, bro. He's worked on so much, though. Let me look and see everything. Because Dean Cundy, his
He's got one of the new interviews on the Blu-ray. I know.
Yeah. And he always comes back and does like transfers. Like, he works on the transfers.
This movie has a ghostly quality that's outside of the story. Now, the story does a great job of layering that. But when the fog's around and how the idea that the fog is supposed to glow and how they actually make it have that damn effect, and at the same time use scope, use the 2x34 5x1 frame, like to do that and show landscapes and paint the picture. Basically, the use of color in this movie. There's lots of like light blues and there's reds, and the way that there's a juxtaposition of that color that helps that fog pop through. It adds definition to the silhouetted nature of the backgrounds. It's striking to me, and to know the difficulty that they went through creating the illusion of the fog, having the fog out there in a natural environment where it's just blowing all over the place. It's phenomenal how they were able to pull that off, bro. And there's some good legitimate scares, like the moment when they're in the truck trying to get away, and that's tense enough already. And then the light comes up in the fog behind, like over there.
They use the light too,
and you see the dude, bro. It's fantastic.
It's great, bro. And one thing I at first it threw me off, but I always like that Jamie Lee's like on the cover, but she's not even the main character. I mean, they have like multiple main characters. I almost feel like Hal Holbrook is the main character, but I feel like he's
not actually in the movie that much.
Having multiple points of view of the story makes it where you're getting to know a lot more of these characters than it just being on one dude the entire movie and then cutting.
If there's a main character, it's the town of Antonio Bay.
Yeah.
But it is an ensemble piece because they don't even linger too much on any character. You could argue Adrienne Barbeau gets spent a lot of times.
Probably is the most screen time.
But it is definitely an ensemble piece in which the town itself is the main character.
Yeah. Dude, so Dean Cundy, he did Halloween was like his first big break. He did Rock and Roll High School, The Fog, Escape to New York, Halloween 2, The Thing, Halloween 3, Psycho 2. He's done a lot more than this, but I'm just saying like the big ones. Back to the Future.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Big Trouble Little China. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Roadhouse. He's worked on Tales from the Crypt, some of the episodes. Back to the Future 2, Back to the Future 3, Nothing But Trouble, Hook, the Hook with Robin Williams.
I want my money back.
Death Becomes Her, Jurassic.
I like Dustin Hoffman and Hook. I do like Hook.
Yeah. I like Hook too.
I don't like it as much as other people though.
Yeah. He also did Death Becomes Her.
Bangarang.
Jurassic Park. The Flintstones with
the John Goodman one?
Yeah, yep.
That's a good movie.
I like it.
The original Flintstones is a good movie. Look for it on PCB movie night.
He did Casper, the one with Bill Pullman, Apollo 13, Flubber, The Parent Trap with the little twins. He did The Parent Trap with the little twins. The guy who did
Halloween. The original or the remake?
The remake with the Lohan twins.
Yeah, we're not excited about that like you are, Dylan, for some reason. Yeah, there's only one Lowen. There's not Lowen twin.
No, I'm just saying that's funny that the Halloween guy did the Parent Trap. I'm not saying I'm excited about it.
Nah, I get it.
And,
The original Parent Trap is something I used to watch on Disney Channel all the time at my cousin's house because you used to have to pay for Disney Channel.
Really? Looney Tunes, Garfield, The Holiday, Spy Next Door.
You're losing us now, man.
Jack and Jill, really losing
Garfield.
You don't know. That could
you
have been good.
went from really impressive.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, Back to the Future.
I'm surprised he only did one of the Jurassic Parks, but he did the fucking first one. Dude, the cinematography on the original is incredible. But yeah, dude, I love The Fog, bro. It's a great film. It's so atmospheric. It's phenomenal. The character development is great. The town is awesome. Adrienne Barbeau, Jamie Lee, Tom Atkins, Janet Leigh. I mean, you got some big name hitters in this too, you know.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with who Janet Leigh is, it's not just Jamie Lee Curtis's mother; it's the lady from Psycho. So
they get really stabbed in the freaking shower, the iconic shower scene.
Hey, another great movie with both Jamie Lee and Janet Leigh is? It's freaking Halloween H2O. And it was Janet Leigh's last film performance. And the last shot she ever filmed was her. She's getting into the exact car or the same type of car that she is in Psycho. And they play the Psycho music. Oh my goodness. I love Halloween H2O.
When after she scares the shit out of her daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, bro. Crazy that shit. Janet Leigh was this like the first Scream Queen. Yeah. Basically, and then her daughter becomes like the guy, you know, like the queen of all Scream Queens.
And then you've got her assistant is the lady who plays her last name is I don't remember, like, is it Nancy Loomis, right? But it's the lady that plays one of Laurie's friends in Halloween. She's like the assistant to Janet Leigh. So it's another like Carpenter. And then like, one of the dudes that dies, I think, on the boat, the younger guy is the dude from Halloween 2, right? It's the paramedic from Halloween 2. And that's another bit too, like in the opening where they're like, ain't no damn fog bank out there. There ain't no fog bank out there. There's a fog bank out there. Those drunk dudes on the boat. And that one guy's like, well, I'm drunk enough. Let's go back out there. Like that's real. That feels real to me, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
And think about the sins of the father, right? But the father being the society, the community, the sins of this community that wind up coming down and being paid with vengeance upon, for the most part, the blue collar workers of this fucking town. And that's a statement that's very akin to something like Ridley Scott was saying with Alien. I think John Carpenter's trying to actually fold something in there about how the sins of the community, they hit hardest on those who do the work, if that makes sense.
For sure.
All right, man, stretching on that. Right? That's in there, right? Brooks, Dylan, y'all feel that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm getting that for sure.
Home run, bro.
Mm-hmm. But what was one of your favorite jump scenes in this before we get into the rating?
I didn't hear what you said, but
what was one of your favorite scenes in this movie before we get into the rating?
The scene in the church when they show up.
Yeah, when the music starts going and the fog and the red eyes.
He grabs the cross.
Them in the fog.
Like, you know, that's the main the main guy with the red eyes and his hair is kind of like down a little long. That's Tommy Lee Wallace.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the glowing eyes coming out of the fog. Like that's a really striking image.
Yeah.
I also like the entire scene at the house with the kid and his nanny.
Yeah.
And like the fog's up and there's all these windows and Adrian Barbeau's character is freaking the fuck out. And
Yeah.
I
And
really
Tom
like that
Atkins
scene.
comes.
Yeah, that's a good scene too.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. I really do enjoy it. It's not one where it's just got like all this craziness. It's one you kind of gotta sit back and enjoy the ride. But I think it just has so much going for it that if you like put yourself in the dark, you know what I mean? This movie can get really and turn it up so you can hear that amazing score, and you're gonna really get into this one. I think, bro. I love it. I really do.
Me too.
You know, another thing, like you mentioned that this movie has Janet Leigh in it, who was in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. But this movie, the pacing of this movie reminds me a lot of Hitchcock's The Birds in a way, because
I love The Birds.
So much of the early movies is a lot of setup for a big payoff later on.
Absolutely, I agree.
Oh yeah, The Birds is a good one too, man.
God Tank reminded me because he said if the fog was filmed nowadays, that kid would have died because he would have been playing Fortnite. They did remake The Fog, and it fucking sucked. Like
with the guy from
Smallville.
Smallville.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Why?
I haven't seen that one in a while. I never remembered hating it, but it was nothing like good, and it was obviously shitty CGI fog.
Yep, exactly.
So,
because they're like, we're not going to go out there and let nature fuck around with us and have to reshoot scenes and shit.
Yeah, we don't got the time or money for that. We really just don't feel like it either.
Neither did John Carpenter.
They only do things for money. That's just sad.
Sometimes they do them for art.
Yeah, right.
For art's sake.
Yeah.
By the way, pay your favorite artists and YouTube content creators. Pay them.
Not nowadays. It isn't for the art. But yeah, anything else you want to talk about before we get into the rating, sir? Does this movie what is this movie trying to say to you?
I just said that.
You did, didn't you? I thought you did. I just wanted to make sure.
I wonder what Brooks thinks though.
Yeah, what do you think, Brooks? Because I'll repeat whatever Robbie said.
Yeah, that was my takeaway too. Is the whole the whole sins of the father thing, like he was talking about how like one generation's like the kind of shitty things that they did and tried to like just forget about and pretend didn't happen will always just come back to bite the next generation down the line.
Yeah. Well, them old fucks that did the damage are laying in the grave.
The people that the current generation didn't even know anything about it. They didn't know about this leprechaun. Well, they knew about it, but they didn't know that it was like on purpose done by their ancestors. So they're actually blameless, and they're paying for something they didn't even have a hand in.
Right. Not at all. I know. Sucks. Sins of a shithead father.
Yeah.
Sounds like the name of Dylan's first novel.
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
I'd buy it too. If I could write it.
Hopefully you could get a comp. Like a free copy.
Right. Nah, you gotta buy your shit. So yeah, I guess we'll get into the rating then. If you did your homework and you watched The Fog this past week or watched it ever in your life, throw your rating down below out of 1 to 5. You digs or slips, whatever you want to say, or 1 to 5 fog banks.
There's no fog bank out there.
No fog bank. Brooks, what do you want to give this, brother?
I give this movie a 4. Like, I think it's good, but it's a bit slow for my taste. Like, it's one I could imagine myself wanting to revisit down the line, but not one that I would be like, oh, it's time to watch The Fog again. I think it's above average, definitely. I guess I'll probably give it a 4.5, just to be fair. I think it's that good.
Wow, that's a good ass score though.
Changed it right in the middle. He's like, you know what?
What's better than a 4?
What's better than a 4? That's a good score though, man. That's like a 9 out of 10. Shoot. Yeah, but dude, I love it, bro. There's not many films like it either. Not at all. Like,
Yeah.
Robbie, what did you think about it? What do you want to give this one, brother?
If you would have asked me in my previous existences, I would have said 3.5. But having watched it this time, and I feel really appreciating the cinematography, watching it in HD, the amazing transfer, noticing the subtlety of the story, noticing the complexity of the narrative that it's trying to tell, but in a very simple way. I would love to read an actual like dedicated novelization of this that was like elaborating on some things. Like I almost wish this was based on a novel so I could read the novel. You know, it feels like it is. So I really, really like it. And tonight, it's one of his best scores. It's beautiful. It's a great classic subtle ghost story with some resonating themes. 4.5. 4.5 for me. 100%. I love the fuck out of this movie. It's definitely for me now a top 5 Carpenter film. And that's a tough top 5 put together, right? But it's up there for me. It's up there for me. And the cast is amazing. So
that's good. That's crazy. You hear me good? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4 or 5 as well, bro. It's basically almost a perfect movie for it. It's not 100% perfect, so I'm not gonna give it a 5, but it is one of my all-time favorites. The score, the cinematography from the legendary Dean Cundey, the atmosphere, just everything that they probably had to go through to make this movie work. And they did it, man. Like John Carpenter refused to put out some shitty product when he went to the drawing board, or went to the cutting board and saw that the shit they shot wasn't working, and he was like, "This is a mess." Goes back, reshoots a huge portion of the movie from what he said, and made it work, bro. And dude, I give him mad props for what he did, because I think he did a hell of a job. Hey, what's up, John? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're well too. But dude, yeah, I think he does great. He did a great job. I love all the characters. Like I said before, you got some heavy hitters in this. Tom Atkins, Hal Holbrook, I think his name is in real life.
Yeah.
Freaking Jamie Lee, Janet Lee. Try someone else. Adrian Barbeau. Yeah, that's the one. But yeah, bro. So,
and John Carpenter himself.
Yeah, you get a little sneak from John Carpenter in the beginning.
Can I get paid today, Father?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe not. But
you want a drink?
He does quite a bit of acting in Body Bags too, if you watched that one yet.
I still haven't watched that one yet. It's on the horizon.
Hell yeah, John. Me and Robbie are advids on how incredible John Carpenter is.
We need to bring John on one night to talk about a John Carpenter movie then.
Hell yeah. I'm sure he'd love to. I know he's a big film fan like both of us. Or all three of us.
Haven't had John on Dylan's Horror Show. We should totally do that.
Yeah, me him and Fire Guy Ryan talked about horror for like a couple hours one day.
Call Ryan then. Call Ryan. Let's get him too.
Yeah, Ryan, I think Ryan does like some horror, but I think he said that Tom was the big like horror fan.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll have to ask Tom about that when we have our conversation.
Dude, well, I think his favorite book of all time is what is that? 31 Days a Night, is it? The Steve Niles comic book?
Yeah. And I know he's a big Hellboy fan too. Man.
Yeah.
I bet me and Tom got a lot to talk about. All right.
Yeah, that's what I remember Ryan was telling me once when we did it.
Mouth of Madness is underrated. We did that on March Madness, me, Dylan, and the gang over at PCP. Like, that movie fucking slaps.
Dude, that's like a 4 or 5 for me. I fucking love it.
I think I gave it a 5. I think.
Dude, I love that movie so much. Prince of Darkness is another good one. Yeah, like, to be honest, I just fucking love John Carpenter so much, bro. He does such good work. I can't wait to finally have the entire collection. I gotta watch Memoirs of an Invisible Man. So I finally got that. Yeah, that's the real left field one. I feel like that he did.
Yeah, maybe. There are a few ones in left field, but such as the evolution and career of of a director. Fantastic director.
Damn, John said he saw In the Mouth in the theaters.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't get to go see that one for some reason. I don't even remember when it came out, though. I don't remember it hitting.
So 4.5s all the way around, bro. That we all agreed on something for once in our lives. No, me and Robbie have done that before though. But we got a solid 4 from Sam Fett. God Tank gave it a 5. Kirby gave it a 4, and Fable gave it a 4.5. So I'd say average of a 4.69, dudes.
Nice.
Come on, bro. Station. But John, we'll definitely have to get you on there sometime. I know dude, I can't wait for The Exorcist. That's gonna be a good one to review. It's for Halloween. Still want to do Tales from the Dark. We gotta do Tales from the Dark Side too. But you got some stuff for show and tell? I actually got a couple things for once.
Nice. Yeah, I got some. I'm sure Brooks has got some stuff he can show off.
Dude, tomorrow I wish it came already because I'd have the entire set. But 2 of them didn't come yet. They'll finally be here tomorrow. But let me see. I got the Elvira's Haunted Hills. I didn't know this was gonna be the hard case too.
I told you last week it was going to be like that. And you didn't believe it.
I forgot though. It still surprised me. I'd never seen this, and I guess this is like a big she kind of did this because how much she loves like classic Vincent Price, Edgar Allan Poe / like Corman films.
Corman, yeah.
So
yeah, we were talking about that. It's from 2002. Yeah, I've never seen it either.
I've never seen it. I never even heard of it, but I like that cover, man. So I like Elvira. I'm not like the biggest fan of her, but I'm definitely interested to check that out. So I got the freaking Halloween 4K, baby. 3-disc set.
Beautiful.
Got 4K. Disc 1 is the 4K UHD. Disc 2 is the Blu-ray, which the Blu-ray, like that, if I was you, Robbie, I'd still get this because the 4K has the new 2021 4K scan from the original camera negative, approved by cinematographer Dean Cundy, and the Blu-ray has that same 4K scan. So the best way to watch this is going to be getting this. So once you do get the upgrade, you already got it. I know you said you're good with what you got, but if there's like one movie, like say if you were like, let me just get the Halloween, so I got the 4K scan,
First 4K movie I buy is going to be Suspiria.
Suspiria? Well, no, I'm saying it's 4K, but it also comes with the Blu-ray.
But does it has the extra disc that's on the 15-disc set too? Does it?
I don't know. It has
like, does it have a shit ton of special features?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
It has new Dolby Atmos track, audio commentary with John Carpenter and Jamie Lee, audio commentary with Dean Cundy, Tommy Lee, and Nick Castle, The Night She Came Home, TV version footage, theatrical trailer, TV spots, radio spots.
Does it have the TV version?
Yeah.
It's got the actual, like, you can watch the TV version?
Yeah, disc 3 is the what is it? Anchor Bay.
Yeah,
the vintage cut, Halloween and cut from Halloween Unmasked, Halloween. The extended cut in HD, TV inserts are in standard definition. So yeah, disc 3 has the TV cut for Halloween. That's another reason why I wanted this, because I didn't have the Anchor Bay. And then that shit looks so good. In the all black case, bro. I love this poster so much, just period.
Yeah, I get that.
I want to get this tattooed on me at one point. That freaking knife with the jack-o'-lantern.
Nice.
So I did not get Halloween 2 and 3 yet. Sadly, my freaking two of my favorites I'm waiting on still. I can't wait for the Halloween 3, bro. But I got Halloween 4. So Halloween 2 and 3, those come tomorrow.
Nice.
And most of them. You love this one?
I love part 4, bro.
Yeah. Dude,
Love
this
it.
one's got a new 2021 4K scan of the original camera negative, new Dolby Atmos mix, and all the special features that any of the Scream Factory stuff had. And that awesome freaking Halloween 4 poster. What do you think of the artwork, the new artwork on these?
I don't really like them, except for Halloween 3 for the most part.
Halloween 3, yeah. Halloween 3 is my favorite as well. For some reason, Halloween 3, and then I do like this one.
I still would rather have the 15 disc box set.
Oh, no doubt.
I have the 10 disc, and I'd rather have have the 15 disc, which is cheaper now because those have come out.
Well,
how much those cost each? Like 40 40 bucks?
No, I got these on Amazon for like 26, bro. On Amazon without the poster and shit, they're way cheaper.
5 movies, $25 each, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say that, right? That's 125 bucks.
Okay? Yeah.
For $350, you can get the 15 disc set, have everything.
Yeah.
But not 4K, obviously. But I ain't got the 4K TV. If I had a 4K TV, I'd look at it differently.
Trust me, I read like that's a big thing that I was mad about is that I'm like, damn, the first 5. I'm like really hoping that in time maybe Scream Factory can pull some strings and get 6, 7, 8 done. And then I don't know why they couldn't do the Rob Zombie ones in 4K either. I don't know. It's just I trust me, man. I'm bummed about it, bro. But big reason why I really wanted Halloween 5 because most of them they're just new 2021 4K scans of the original negative. That's the only. There's no like special new features or anything. None of them have new features. It's all the same shit from all the other stuff. It's just new scans. Well, the only one that got new features was this one, and it got that Dr. Death scene.
Yeah.
So I watched it. I mean, it would have made the movie a little bit better, I feel like, but nothing's really changing much. It would just make the Cult of Thorn thing make a little bit more sense, I feel like. Yeah. And not the tattoo just appearing out of nowhere. It's like some fucking satanic worshiper puts it on him, so it just makes things piece together a little better, I feel like. But let's see. I put on the first one and I put on this one, and they look pretty damn good, bro. I'm really excited because I don't know when the last time I watched, like, I've seen the TV cut for part 2 because it comes on the Scream Factory for part 2, but it's been a while since I've seen the TV cut for Halloween 1, so I'm super hyped to check that out, bro.
But they add in the bit where they see that he wrote sister on the wall and shit like that. Because they filmed additional footage for the TV cut while they were filming Halloween 2, and that's when they came up with the idea about the brother and sister bit. So excellent, bro. Those look really. You're right though. That Halloween 5 does have a really nice cover.
They look better too in person, I'd say, than like on the internet. Like I feel like these hardcovers, it's not as like thick as the Creep Show. It's like a little less, but I still think they're really good, and I think they look a lot better like in person.
So you think this is their new way of doing slips for collector's editions?
I'm wondering, bro, with the Elvira. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that when I saw the Elvira, because I thought they were just doing it for these Halloween ones because they know how big it is. But once I seen them do it for the Elvira, because I'm like, Haunted Hills.
I bet, because Scream Factory seems to be a curator of movies that listens to its fan base.
Yeah, and Arrow gives us the hard boxes.
Right? And one of the things that most of us hate is when we get the slip in and it's crushed on the corners.
Yeah.
Because Amazon don't give a fuck. It's harder to damage those, right?
Definitely. Even my Elvira got a little crush in the corner, and it does suck when you get those too. But my Halloweens are perfect.
It justifies a little bit of that price bump, you know.
Yeah, they're cool though, bro. Like I wish.
I'm sure you did too. If you pre-ordered it, we saved an additional like few bucks on the Elvira one. I get that email. It's like usually like $3 extra. I was like, I love that shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They look really good stacked like that, man. It looks like VHS. That's nice.
Yeah, they're cool, bro. I like the way. Dude, I mean, the Halloween 1 is a 3-disc set, which is pretty cool. I think they did.
And they all have the Blu-ray too. They all have the Blu-ray, right?
Yeah, so they all have the 4K scan on a 4K disc and a Blu-ray disc. So that's what I think they did that was kind of smart, because they know probably not everyone has the 4K, but they know that Halloween fans are going to at least have a Blu-ray, and they're going to want that. Because people were going nuts for the steel books, because those were 4K scans. Yeah. And like the Blu-rays were just 2K scans. So everyone wants like a Halloween movie on the best physical. Like they did a regular 4K Blu-ray, like I forget what company, like a couple years ago, and you could just get like when 4K Ultra HD first came out, they did a Halloween. It wasn't Scream Factory. It was probably whoever puts it out. I don't know. I don't know what company puts it out, but they just did a regular 4K, and I think that's why Scream Factory wanted to do one themselves, because a lot of people weren't happy with that 4K one that was put out. Brooks, you got anything you want to show off, brother?
Got a few things. The other day I've been getting back into cereal, and I saw that they had little prizes again in the cereal boxes like they used to do back in the day.
Little Count Chocula.
Yeah, this is one of the like in this new set they put out. It's like the mascots in Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
And they have the three monster cereal mascots as like the rare ones. So Count Chocula was just a very rare one.
No way.
Blueberry was super rare, and like Frankenberry's the ultra rare or whatever.
And you got all three of them?
No, I just got Count Chocula. So
I was gonna say, damn.
That'd be nice to have all three of them.
Right. Yeah, those are always cool to have, bro.
And I picked these up the other day at Walmart, like, despite the fact that I do not need them.
Hell yeah. I love those as a kid, bro.
Playmates Turtles.
Yeah, buddy. Those were my favorite as a kid.
Yeah, these were the toys that I remember most fondly as a kid.
Right,
yeah,
same, bro. You remember they had like the real big ones?
Yeah,
they were like 10 inches. They're huge, bro.
Huge ass.
Dude, big as hell, bro. I love those, man. I only had like one. I think I had like two of them, but because they were so expensive.
We got a Rocksteady at the shop right now.
Really?
We got one of the tall Rocksteadies at the shop. Brooks is
no
here, right?
way. I didn't know they even did a Rocksteady. I just thought they did the 4 Turtles.
Yeah, I did Bebop and Rocksteady. I remember the Turtles.
Yeah, they did Bebop and Rocksteady. We got a Rocksteady at the Deep. They're really expensive.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, last thing I picked up while I was at Walmart the other day too. It's a classic Great Pumpkin.
That's a nice slip.
Another one, It's Magic, Charlie Brown, where Snoopy puts on a magic show.
Yeah, that's a nice slip for that. That's a cool cover.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they put one of those stupid stickers for like the voodoo thing in there on it, so it's like it didn't come off right. So
you didn't have Great Pumpkin already?
No, I didn't. All I had was Christmas and You're Not Elected, Charlie Brown.
A one that everybody should watch nowadays, right?
I need to get the Thanksgiving one and the Halloween ones, or the Valentine's Day ones too.
Yeah, I love those. I love all of those. Remember we used to hang out and watch them? Remember we used to hang out and watch them on those holidays and shit?
Yeah.
Nerds.
It's that's a tradition for like a lot of people, I think, is just the Peanuts holiday specials.
Absolutely. Oh, definitely, dude. I got the whole like holiday box set. I love it, bro.
It's like such simplistic humor, but you can't help but like laugh at it.
Yeah, just straight classics, bro.
Hell yeah.
Takes you back to a simpler time.
Yeah.
It's time to watch Great Pumpkin.
It perfectly captures what it's like to be a child, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just bought a caramel apple with peanuts on it today. I think I'm going to watch Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown tonight while eating that.
Is that all you had?
Witch mask and Bob for apples.
What's that?
Put a witch mask on and Bob for apples.
Yeah, no.
You're definitely the Lucy of our group.
I'm not going to bob for apples, man. It's a good way to lose a tooth.
Right.
Like you come up and like all your teeth are gone.
You got like 8 apples in there. used to get water up my nose, man. It was uncomfortable. I didn't like it. If you really want to impress me with bobbing for apples, have it be, instead of a pail of water, honey. Could you imagine that? Just imagine trying to dip your head into a big ass vat of honey and trying to find apples with your teeth. I was out for
bees come out of nowhere.
I was out for a second. I'm just curious. Those turtles you showed off, are those the newer ones that they've been
the new ones?
Nice.
I actually didn't need the only one I'm missing was Michelangelo. I have the Playmates Donatello and Leonardo and Raphael, but I basically bought them for the weapon trees.
Yeah, so you get all that. And I know that they've done the turtle van, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
So I'm like, damn, I'd rather get that and then sell my original just because the colors would be brighter and more vibrant.
Yeah.
But rumor is that they want to, there's an idea out there that they might do the Technodrome and the turtle layer, the sewer layer.
Yeah. I remember Mike was saying something about them maybe doing the Technodrome.
I really hope they do, because
it's
that was way too expensive.
Never got.
It's way too expensive to buy those now.
They should do the pizza thrower and the turtle blimp and shit too.
Do it all, man.
Just do it all, man.
We'll buy them.
In the year 3000, they're still Playmates turtles. Playmates turtles will never die.
Yeah, and I'm the guy. If it's almost like an exact replica, like the Kenner Classics Ghostbusters, if it's like an exact replica, I would rather have that. I'd rather pay a retail price, be able to get it, and not have to fucking hunt down vintage ones that may be, some of those old Ghostbusters. We got a set of vintage Ghostbusters, so I had an opportunity to get them, but some of them have these weird spots in the paint and shit, and it's just, you don't want that.
You ever get any of the Wacky Action Ghostbusters?
Yes, I love those, man.
Those are the ones I remember loving, because I remember the Egon, his hair popped up and his
with
glasses
the fright
popped
action.
on.
And then I remember the regular humans that would turn into ghosts. I want each and every one of those.
Flush.
Yes, I want all of
the
those.
Granny.
Yeah. Apparently they stopped doing the Kenner Classics line, and that's why you don't even find the Ecto-1 in shops. They just released it to pre-orders allegedly. So I'm glad I got an Ecto-1. I'm just happy for that. But now that I have the Kenner Classics Ghostbusters and the Ecto-1, I'm on the lookout for a Firehouse. So gotta have the whole thing, right?
Brooks, was that all you had to show, my brother?
Yeah, that's all of my shows and my tells.
All right. What you got this week, Robbie?
This is special for me. First of all, I got that Elvira as well. Super cool. So that came in today. All right. I just recently completed my John Carpenter collection. So that's my show and tell. We're going in order that they came out. Dark Star. Assault on Precinct 13. Halloween. That's my first part of my 10-disc set that I have there. Someone's Watching Me, which I just got this week. It's a TV movie. I've never seen it. Adrian Barbeau's in it. Elvis.
That might have been the TV movie that he met. That must be the movie he met her on and started dating. That's when and after they started dating.
Speaking of The Fog, there's The Fog. Escape from New York. The Thing.
Yeah.
What's that?
I say, yep. Love Christine.
Christine, which they were playing at the haunted house last night. Starman. Big Trouble in Little China. Prince of Darkness.
It would have been funny if when we got to that haunted house, we just sat there and watched Christine instead.
We should, yeah, right? They Live. Memoirs of an Invisible Man with Chevy Chase. Body Bags, which I've not seen yet. In the Mouth of Madness. Village of the Damned. The only one I have with a slip. Escape from LA. That's probably one of the worst ones. Vampires. Shit. Ghosts of Mars. Then I got Masters of Horror Volume 1, which has cigarette burns, right? This is the DVD, but it's pro-life. I got the DVD of it just so I could really have it complete. And then The Ward. What a way to go out, John. Anyway, I finally got them all. So next task is Wes Craven. I only have 7 to go, so I'm good.
Building up your Blu-ray library, I see.
How many Argentos you got?
Let's see. Argento, I have Bird with Crystal Plumage. I've got Four Flies on Gray Velvet. I've got Cat o' Nine Tails. I've got Deep Red. I've got Suspiria. Got Inferno. Got Tenebrae. Got Opera. Got Phenomena. Got Two Evil Eyes, which is, half him, right? So I at least got 10. And the ones I don't have are the weird stretches, and I'll hunt them down. I'll find them.
Yeah.
Arrow's doing Arrow, I think Vinegar Syndrome is doing an edition of Trauma by him that they're releasing on Black Friday. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's Stendhal Syndrome, Phantom of the Opera, Dracula 3D. Let's see, The Card Player. There's a few others, but Giallo. Yeah. So I'm not too far away from those goals. So there you go. And then Romero, I'll focus in on that. Try to get Martin. Try to get Season of the Witch. Shit like that.
Nice, brother.
Thank you.
So, congrats on completing that JC collection. So next week for Horror Fest, you'll be doing the original 1981's Evil Dead, or The Evil Dead, and the following day I'll be reviewing Evil Dead 2, the incredible sequel.
Dead by Dawn.
And the cool thing about us doing Evil Dead on Friday at PCP is that it is the exact 40th anniversary of its first premiere. Super cool.
Crazy, bro. We didn't even plan that either.
Didn't even plan it, to be honest. It just so happened to be. Me and Dylan, this happens. We did the Return of the Living Dead review on July 3rd. We didn't even realize it was the day the movie took place. Wild.
Yeah. But, yeah, bro. So you got anything coming out this week you want to talk about before we get out of here?
I saw a question in the chat, I think from Slot, so I'll go ahead and answer this. Yes, there is a Rockin' Robbie Live tomorrow night. I'm going to try to do it the whole thing in 2 hours. We'll see what happens, because you know how it gets on Rockin' Robbie Live. Monday night, join me over at the Experience with Rex and John from Dynamic Forces. We're going to be selling comics and announcing the winner of the giveaway. So check out the preview video, comment on that, and you're going to be entered into that contest. And then weekly comic book review and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just the normal routine. But yeah, next week, Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. Do your homework, y'all.
Hell yeah, better. And for Evil Dead 2, we might have a couple special guests. So
Nice.
Can't wait for that. Yeah. Love both those movies, bro. Sam Raimi, baby.
I can feel your excitement.
Sorry, bro. I gotta take a freaking shower.
I'm just messing with you, Dylan. We love you.
Yeah, though. Next week should be a lot of fun. What was that, Brooks?
I just splashed some cold water on your face.
Yeah. But, yeah, so next week, we'll see you guys. Evil Dead 1 and 2, remember? Do your homework. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace out. Love y'all, man. Have a good one.